You're listening to Those Crazy Weirdos. I'm Martine.
And I'm Cameron.
And welcome to episode 35.
35.
Can you believe we've sat down here and done this 35 times? That's quite a bit.
5 by 7.
Yes, let's do all your factorizations.
That is the prime factorization, 5 by 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I made you a tea.
Ooh. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. You did. Okay. I really got to stop doing the accents on this show.
I get nervous when you laugh because I can see the tea sloshing dangerously close to the rim of the cup. He has a look of confusion on his face.
It's very hot, so it's hard to distinguish flavors.
Right.
It's orange pekoe.
False.
It's English breakfast?
Yeah.
I think it's just too hot to tell.
Yep. Well, now that that's out of the way.
Well, what tea do you have?
It's the same one as earlier. Do you remember it?
It was the orange one, no?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, it smells really good. It smells
I
very
know.
orangey.
This is a really good. I'm glad I bought the box with the orange stuff in it. It's great. I like adding it to the rotation. As if 6 flavors weren't already enough. I have 8 now.
Well, would you like to dive right in?
Yeah, let's just do it.
Roll the theme tune.
Cue the theme tune. You. Don't
You're gonna introduce
say.
me? Oh, this is the intro. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize
You just ruined my amazing jingle.
Oh, I didn't realize.
I don't do this kind of high quality stuff just
sorry.
for you.
Again, go.
You can't repeat.
You.
You don't,
Don't say. There you go. See?
Hey.
Now, I made a pun, but it's been a sec since we recorded the outro to the intro. Would you like to get into it? Because today I'm talking about wood.
What kind of wood are we talking about there, Cameron?
Oh my God, don't do. What is with this weird Southern U.S. accent?
Well, I guess take it away.
Yeah, you're still doing Ig Nobels.
I have 15 more years left.
Whoa. Okay, right. Yeah, so we got some Ig Nobels left.
Yeah.
All right. Ready, Martine?
I'm so ready.
There are over 100,000 different types of wood in the world.
Are we talking like different types of trees?
Different types of wood. Yeah. So different types of trees. Yeah.
Okay, because
like that's a one-to-one kind of thing. Yeah.
Can you have different kinds of wood that yield from the same tree?
That is a great question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a great question. I'm going to leave it there. I have no idea.
Full of them. Okay.
Yes.
That's a lot of different types of wood.
So when you said a specific kind of wood, no. We're going to talk about general categories because there's way too many different kinds of wood to go through. So what's interesting is you could take 100,000 different types, but in the end, you can divide it into 2 main categories. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Could you guess what those categories are?
No.
Hardwood.
And softwood.
And wow.
I know.
You are so good at predicting. Wow, I can't believe that you knew softwood was coming there.
That's true. Hardscaping. Why isn't it called softscaping? It's landscaping.
Oh, that's something to investigate. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some characteristics of each.
Okay.
Hardwood.
Mm-hmm.
Typically slow growing. Broad-leaved. Flowering.
Oh.
And deciduous. So they lose their leaves in the autumn.
Okay.
Right?
That's hardwood.
They're also defined as angiosperms. An angiosperm, this is about their reproduction, okay? Chuckling like a 3-year-old here. Oh, you mentioned sperm. Fine. Angiosperms, which means that angiosperm literally means like enclosed seed.
Oh.
So, yes, sperm means seed. Yes. So, an enclosed seed. So like a fruit, a nut, something like that. So that's how they reproduce.
Pine cone? Oh, pine cones aren't that.
So deciduous trees that have fruits or nuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense if they're flowering.
Mm-hmm. And they're slow growing. They have broad leaves. Whereas a softwood is basically the opposite of that. It's a fast growing tree, typically a conifer, like pine or a fir.
Yeah.
It's needle bearing rather than having broad leaves. And it's coniferous, not deciduous. So it's evergreen.
Yeah.
And they are defined as gymnosperms.
That's a fun word.
So,
gymnosperm.
Which means an exposed seed as opposed to an enclosed seed.
So that's pine cones.
So pine cones are exposed seeds. There's nothing actually enclosing them. Yeah. Like a seeds in a cone counts as an exposed seed.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I'll give you the, that's it. That's the intro. We'll do some Ig Nobel or an Ig Nobel. What do you want to do?
Give me a year.
All right.
Yeah. Wait. Ig Nobel Prizes. They're real Nobel Prizes, but for funny things. Okay.
Right. Yeah. We got to give this recap for
Yeah.
people. If you haven't been listening to the last 5, there's your TLDR of what this is. 2002. I don't think I did that one. Oh, no, I did do that one. Sorry. 2003.
2003. Okay. The award for chemistry was given to a Japanese person for his chemical investigation of a bronze statue in Kanazawa for failing to attract pigeons.
Oh.
Do you want to know the reason?
Yeah, dude. How come not all statues are using this?
It's because it was due to its arsenic content.
Oh, right.
So
Okay.
that answers your question really quick.
So good thing that they're not all using.
Yeah. The award, this is 2003.
Yes.
The award for engineering was given to 3 men. John Paul Stapp, he was a U.S. Air Force officer.
Okay.
George Nichols, don't know what he was. And Edward
Did you say Nichols?
Nichols, Nichols.
Yeah, Nichols, not Nichols.
Whatever.
Okay, yeah.
George Nichols.
Yeah.
And Edward A. Murphy Jr., he was an American aerospace engineer, and he was working on safety critical systems.
Okay.
So
you have Marine, you said, or
an
Navy?
Air Force officer.
Air Force, aeronautics.
And an aerospace engineer working on safety systems.
Aerospace. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so flight things.
Yeah.
Okay.
And altogether, in 1949, they created Murphy's Law.
Whoa! Wait, Murphy's Law was 4 people working together?
3.
Sorry, 3 people working together?
Well, they made it up. Edward A. Murphy Jr. He's the aerospace engineer that was working on safety critical systems. Yeah. And the Murphy's Law, for anyone who is unfamiliar or would like it repeated, is if something can go wrong, it will. Or, in the way they put it, the basic engineering principle that if there are 2 or more ways to do something, and one of those ways can result in a catastrophe, someone will do it.
Huh. So, wait. So Murphy's Law was a team. Yeah, they chose Murphy. He must have been a very charismatic guy.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine how upset the other 2 feel now that he's gotten widely accredited, widely acclaimed for this invention.
I know. I feel like not many people would know where, like, Murphy's Law comes from.
Yeah. I would have thought it was way back in the day. Somehow.
I mean,
I would have thought it was
1949.
like, no. I would have thought it was like philosophers in ancient
fair
Greece
enough.
or something like that. Like, seriously.
Imagine
like,
a philosopher named Murray.
genuinely. I thought, like, I would have just assumed all these laws
Yeah.
were just philosophers way back
Yeah,
in the day.
but it was for, like, aerospace stuff.
That's really cool.
It was, I guess, during, sort of. It's 20 years before they got to the moon. But
Oh, okay, yeah.
I wonder if they were, like, all up in that kind of going to space thing. But yeah.
It would have still been. Oh no, it would have been
nice.
right after the
Satellites
war.
and things.
Right
Sending
after
up.
the war, yeah.
Did you know that at one point a tortoise was the fastest thing on Earth? Is a hard thing to say. What was the fastest thing about the Earth because they rocketed it up to space?
That's so funny.
Yeah. Anyway,
About. In the Earth's atmosphere.
this is a long year, so you picked a good one to start with.
Okay.
In literature, it was presented to John Trinkhaus of New York City for meticulously collecting data and publishing more than 80 detailed academic reports about things that annoyed him.
Oh my God.
I have examples, such as what percentage of young people wear baseball caps with the peak facing to the rear rather than to the front?
Young people. I love how you just call total ageism.
What percentage of pedestrians wear sports shoes that are white rather than some other color?
Okay.
What percentage of swimmers swim laps in the shallow end of a pool rather than in the deep end? What percentage of automobile drivers almost, but not completely, come to a stop at that one particular stop sign he was looking at?
Yeah, of course.
What percentage of commuters carry attaché cases?
Okay.
What percentage of shoppers exceed the number of items permitted in the supermarket's express checkout lane?
That's a good one.
Yeah. And lastly, what percentage of students dislike the taste of Brussels sprouts?
What percentage of students dislike the taste of Brussels sprouts? Okay, there's an interesting thing about Brussels sprouts, though,
Yeah.
because this is the 2000s.
2003, yeah.
Yes. So,
Are they still bad tasting then?
I think it was in the 90s when they finally decided to try and make Brussels sprouts taste good. No, I'm serious.
I
That
know.
the Brussels sprouts. That's why I'm gonna say people of a certain age. All right, people who grew up
Yeah.
or children before the 90s. Typically don't like Brussels sprouts if they haven't tried them since they were a kid because they have that yucky green taste.
Mm-hmm.
They're remembering that yucky green taste. But Brussels sprouts have undergone a revolution and have been GMO'd and crossbred.
wazoo.
Yeah, and crossbred in order to make a delicious vegetable. So
They're great. I really like Brussels
I
sprouts.
really like Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, I've actually liked
And-
them since I was a kid.
I haven't though. I don't know if we ate them much as a kid. I think my mom was just afraid to feed us
My
greens
dad-
because she would just assume we didn't like it.
Yeah,
or she
after-
probably tried and we probably genuinely didn't like it.
I want to say like mid-childhood, my dad was like, "Okay, let's try Brussels sprouts again," and he would like steam them with some garlic butter and stuff, and it just tasted really good.
I'm
Yeah,
glad.
but he was. I remember both my parents were like, "No, Brussels sprouts." Never liked them growing up, so we never
Yeah.
had them for the first little bit.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
they taste different now.
They taste great.
Cool.
Anyway, the award for physics was given to 7 people from Australia for their report titled "An Analysis of the Forces Required to Drag Sheep Over Various Surfaces."
What? Drag?
I wonder if that's like if they've. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. As long as it's not like asphalt, gravel.
It's from Australia, so I
Yeah.
imagine we're talking about the outback.
Probably like, yes, probably some farming thing.
Yeah. Okay, and then the last one, this is a big year with a lot of interesting things, is the Award for Peace. It was given to a guy called Lal Bihari. He was from India.
Okay.
And one day, he went to the revenue office in his hometown to get proof of his identity because he wanted to take out a bank loan. And when he did that, he learned that he was actually officially designated as dead. Yeah. He was...
I thought I've heard. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, keep going. Yeah.
He was 20 when his death started, apparently.
When
And
his death started. Okay, when his death started.
And
It's so
what-
funny that you can have a death that starts and ends. You have the death date of your death. Sorry. Okay.
what had happened was his uncle had bribed an official to register Bihari as dead so that he could get the ownership of the land that Bihari was like owed, like his ancestral land.
Oh my god.
And just for the record, it was less than an acre big.
Oh my.
So
Wow.
yeah. So obviously this is not great if you're actually still alive.
No.
And Bihari ended up finding over 100 people in the same situation as him. So he created the Association of Dead People.
Yes, I have heard about
Yes.
this. Okay.
Today, it has over 20,000 members.
That's
And-
a lot of people that have been declared dead, but aren't actually dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Because of scummy people like uncles who want their lands.
20,000.
Yeah. By 2004, 4 members had been managed to be declared alive again.
That's what I'm saying.
It's really difficult to like reverse. So he had his own death annulled in 1994, which was after 19 years of being dead.
Okay. It makes sense to me that a city, a government, or whatever does not... Like, it makes sense that initially you don't think, hey, we need a formal application process to redeclare your life.
Yeah.
Because you've been declared dead accidentally.
Yeah.
But as soon as it happens once,
I know.
you've got to create a process, right? Like, like, even if it's like a process that, you know, hopefully you'll only use this one time, there's got to be something that happens. You can't just say, well, it doesn't exist. Bye. You're dead.
No.
Like, how do you...
19 years.
How do you even go about that? I don't know.
I know. And it wasn't... He tried his hardest to get himself reinstated. He organized his own funeral. He demanded that his wife get widow's compensation because he's dead. He added the word dead to his name. Like, he legally changed his name.
Wait, you legally changed the name
Well,
of
actually,
a
maybe
dead
legally
man.
you can't
Okay.
do.
Yeah, you
But
can.
he added the word dead to his name, and so then everything he signed from then onwards was late Lal Bihari, because he's dead. And he also ran for election.
Oh my gosh. All while dead.
All while dead.
A dead man was running for election.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
Yeah. So he got his Ig Nobel Prize for 3 different things. 1, for leading an active life, even though he was legally declared dead.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
2, for waging a lively posthumous campaign. Posthumous. That's a weird word. Posthumous. That's why.
Posthumous, I think, yeah.
Waging a lively posthumous campaign against bureaucratic inertia and greedy relatives.
Right?
And then the last reason for creating the Association of Dead People in the first place.
Right.
Yeah. So then, this is 2003. He was reinstated as alive in 1994. He got a passport from his government so that he could go to Harvard, which is where the Ig Nobel Prizes were hosted that year, so he could accept his prize in person. But the U.S. wouldn't allow him entry. So
Why?
I don't know. I don't know if it's because he was once declared dead or what.
That's so funny. So he couldn't even go.
No. So then his friend went to accept the award on his behalf instead. And then a few weeks later, Lal himself was presented the award in a special little ceremony in India.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This guy's got the crazy, like, you know, you every now and then you hear of a story like that, and it just makes you think.
Yeah.
Like, maybe one day I'll talk about Leo Major, but Leo Major is also another one of those stories that makes me think, like, what?
Is this a person?
Yeah, Canadian military guy from World War II. He was a Quebecois. He basically... I don't want to go into it right now because it's going to be really long. I should do some research and I'll do a podcast episode on it.
Okay.
Yeah. But he basically, like, captured 93 Germans on his own during a scouting mission.
Wow.
He also freed the city of Zwolle in the Netherlands by himself, just solo.
Oh my gosh.
Just like a one-man army went in and, like, repelled all the Germans out of the city.
What?
Yeah.
Did he not get any recognition?
So he was Quebecois, which I think already
Ugh.
kind of struck him off of the Victoria Cross list. But
People
he
are
did get...
horrible.
He's the only Canadian soldier, I think, still, to have ever gotten the second highest award, which isn't the Victoria Cross, but the Distinguished something.
Right.
He got that twice in 2 different wars.
Oh my
He's
goodness.
the only one who get it. He got it in World War II and in the Korean War.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm excited to hear more about him.
Anyway, yeah, maybe I'll do something on him. All right. Anyway, back to hardwood and softwood. Leo, by the way, Leo Major is actually is very much hardwood. Anyway, so here we go. Comparison. You ready? Here's some comparisons.
Do it.
So, note to the pedants, including myself. All of the following facts, these are in general.
Right.
There are obviously exceptions to all these, but hardwoods. So, they take longer to grow. So, due to the fact that they take longer to grow, they have a more complex structure, like the way that their wood grows or whatever. So, they tend to be denser, heavier, and generally more expensive. So, they are literally harder, like as the name suggests.
Okay.
In general. Softwoods typically have a more open grain, a lighter color, and higher sap content.
Oh.
Yeah, and so that makes them less good for building certain things because they have a higher sap. And also,
And they're less dense and stuff.
they're less dense because they grow a lot faster. They
Yeah.
have like a different structure in the inside that's more open and kind of veiny, like sort of thing.
That's cool.
Yeah. So hardwoods are generally sturdier. They provide better fire resistance, and they're more durable.
Right.
Yeah. So they're used. Hardwoods are used typically for like construction, flooring, fencing, decking, that kind of like outside high use, high like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Softwoods though are used a lot still. They're used
yeah?
for doors, wood frames, firewood, paper, ceilings, interior wood elements in general, sort of thing, like cabinets, whatnot. Because there's no need. Like they should be light for that, right? Like you don't want a cabinet door. That's
Fair
like,
point, actually.
yeah, and you know it's cheaper. It's easier to grow. It's more sustainable actually because they grow in like 40 years instead of 150. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I have a list of a couple examples of each.
Cool.
So hardwoods include oak, walnut, beech, maple, ash trees, mahogany, hickory, teak, alder, cherry.
Ugh. The names of trees are so nice, eh?
I know. The softwoods would include things like pines, cedars, firs, spruces, redwoods. So redwoods like the tallest trees in the world. Redwoods.
Yeah.
Yeah. Juniper and yew.
Yeah. I was like, me? I'm not a soft tree.
No, I like yew trees. Yeah.
What about birch? Where did you mention birch?
I did not mention birch, but birch trees are probably a hardwood because don't they have? They're deciduous, aren't they?
Yeah, they're fey.
Yeah, so I would assume they're hardwood.
Yeah,
So
that
good
makes
question.
sense. Thank you.
And fun facts: the softest hardwood is balsa.
Oh, I knew that.
And
you use that for laser cutting, actually.
Oh, interesting. And the hardest softwood is the aromatic red cedar. Yeah, there you go.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's
That
all.
sounds like a candle scent.
That's all the hardwood and softwood facts I have.
That's cool.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's do the year. Let's do 97.
Good. It's the shortest.
Oh, perfect.
The award for economics was given to a couple people from Japan for, in quotes, diverting millions of man-hours of work into the husbandry of virtual pets.
Wow.
Would you like to guess what this is?
Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I love the way that they called it the husbandry of virtual pets. As soon as you said that, of course I knew what it was.
I know.
Tamagotchi. Those things were crazy. I could never get it to work though.
I enjoyed playing with the Tamagotchi. Yeah. I liked giving. They took forever to get hungry, man. I'd always be giving them snacks so I could play games with them.
That sounds like our current dog.
But something's
always
never
giving them
changed.
snacks so you can play games with them.
But I don't think mine ever actually ended up. I don't remember mine ever ending up dying. But I remember Nick, my sister, she took care of hers so long that it like died of old age, and then a new egg like hatched or whatever, and
wow,
she had like a baby, but there was like a little ghost flying around her screen from her old one.
That's morbid and hilarious.
I mean, it wasn't that sad. It was like a reincarnation or like a. But wait, what are the things that the phoenixes do?
Reincarnation, rebirth. They get reborn from the ashes.
Yeah, I guess reincarnation. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, that.
Yeah. Should we move on to the the quack question?
Oh yeah.
You have a quack question for me.
Yes, I do actually.
Well. Quack, quack, quack. I forgot to get a quack noise. Quack, quack, quack. And now it's time for the quack question.
A little late there, but
okay.
Thank you.
Sorry, I got it before it was done. Yes. My beautifully timed intro.
Yeah.
Hit me.
Okay. This episode.
Give it to me.
This episode is gonna come out a few days before Halloween.
Dun, dun, dun.
which is exciting. So I have a Halloween-themed question. If you...
Okay, I'm done.
If you had the ability to haunt like you were a ghost, what would your signature haunting move be?
Ooh. Oh, this is such a good question.
Thank you. I know. I'm so proud of it.
Because you could either really go really mean, like mess with someone and actually psychologically mess them up.
That's exactly.
Or you could just go in their face, jump scare.
So wholesome. Oh, no. I have two different answers based on how evil.
Wholesome. Oh.
Yeah, there are nice ghosts out there too. Have you heard of Casper?
Are you allowed to be visible to the human you're haunting?
Yeah, you can literally be whatever kind of ghost you want to be. Do you want to hear my answers?
Dude, it'd be so easy to be nice and mean at the same time.
I know.
I'd definitely be a mix. I'd be
a
total bad person. Or bad ghost.
You don't need to work hard on that.
Completely haunt the people I don't like.
Yeah.
Or the enemies of my friends who I do like, who I am haunting in a friendly way.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. My signature move, I pop on the kettle when they get up in the morning so that when they come down and pop it on, it's already hot.
That isn't... You're doing this to who? Sorry? Your friends or your enemies?
Yeah, my friends.
Oh, okay. You're assuming that people drink as much warm tea drinks as you.
Dude.
It'd be so cute if you made them a little coffee, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Like, I just pop on the kettle or the coffee maker before they get down. And come on.
That's
Come on.
great.
Would you not find that awesome?
Yeah,
Your
that's
friendly
cute.
ghost friend has made you a hot beverage when you get up in the morning.
That is really cute. I like that. Okay, what would your signature evil move be?
Okay, my signature evil move. Oh, I definitely psychologically mess with people.
Oh, yeah. I have a great answer for that.
You know what I'd do? I'd probably move their keys around.
Oh, Cameron.
What?
That's what I put. Okay.
Oh, what is it actually?
I have it more fleshed out than that.
Okay, but I'm surprised that you put that because you don't put your keys back in the drawer every time.
I usually do.
You usually
I've
do.
been actually really good about that recently.
You're better about it now.
Thank you.
But what? Anyway, it used to not be the case. It was extremely frustrating.
We can
But
blame
I
it
would
on Mr.
definitely
Patterson.
move their keys to random spots in the house. Like I'd move it from wherever it is and put it in a different drawer and a different hook or something.
Yeah.
Maybe even slightly move it sometimes. Other times just completely hide it. I don't know. I'd be a bit erratic about it. But their keys would never be where they left them. They would put them in a locked box at night at one point, and I'd still unlock the box, take them out, and move them.
You're a ghost. You don't need to unlock the box. You can just reach in.
But the keys can't come out. But can you ghostify the keys?
Dude, you're a ghost. You're magic already.
Okay, well then I'd ghostify the keys and
Dude,
whatever.
that'd be so funny.
Put them in their pocket so they think that they left it there the night before, and then oh man,
Yeah.
it's so funny.
So my idea with that is essentially I would gaslight people, bad people, and I would get them to think that they're crazy. So like with the key
psychologically,
thing, I know with the key.
Why
thing,
are we talking? We're talking about this because Halloween, right? Yeah, we're talking about psychologically messing with it. Okay, just making sure we're on the same thing here, the same page.
So what I would do with their keys, they put them in like their little key bowl or whatever, and then I take the keys and I move them to some hidden random location, and then they're like, oh no, where are the keys? And they're like, oh, I guess I must have not put them there.
Oh,
and then
put them back.
And then and then they go and they find it somewhere else, and they're like, oh, interesting, okay. And then when they're like finishing up whatever, I put them back in the key bowl, and then they don't even know if it ever happened.
Okay. Usually if someone's looking for their keys, they're about to leave, so they're going to grab the keys.
Okay, fair enough, but I'd move them back.
When I would say, like, while they're searching for them, you put them back.
Exactly.
And then they're like, where are the damn keys?
I already checked the bowl.
And then you go back and they're like, oh.
They're here.
They're here.
I know.
I'm so stupid.
I know. Yeah. And, like, I would do other things that would mess with them, too. Like move doors just a little bit. Like, don't fully open or slam the door. Just, like, creak it just the smallest amount.
Oh.
Or, like, appear in front of them, but only for a moment, and then never reappear, so they don't know
like
if they're
shining?
seeing something.
Oh, my goodness.
No, but they just think that they're going insane. That'd be really fun.
It'd also be fun to, like, rearrange the kitchen drawers overnight, so they can't find any of their kitchen. You know, they like, dude, the night before Christmas, if they're hosting like a Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving, just rearrange their entire kitchen. Just absolutely. Oh God, that'd be so evil. Could you imagine not being able to find anything?
Yeah,
You're trying to
you
cook
invite
for
a
like
bunch of
8
people
people.
to your home, and they just find you floundering in your kitchen like you've never lived there before.
Oh, where's my thing? Are you sure you're okay to do all of this? Should we just order pizza? Maybe we'll just order pizza.
Oh man, but I would probably, in reality, most of the time, just be a happy, like, nice, wholesome ghost.
I'd totally pop on the kettle for my buddies.
What I would probably do is play with all the dogs.
Oh, the dogs would love you.
I mean, I'm just going off the assumption that the dogs would be able to see me.
Yeah, you said you're a ghost. You could do anything.
Yeah. So, like, I'm going to be playing with everyone's dogs and, like, getting people super confused because they'll be super excited and happy.
Are you going to let the dogs that are unhappy be free?
Yeah. I would, like, direct them to, like, a better place.
Just carry them off to the Humane Society. Be like, look, there's the stray.
Oh, I'll do one better. I'll carry them off to a house that, like, I know is really going to be good for them. And then, like, just...
Would people just take in a random dog?
I mean...
I think that'd be a bit...
If I
bit
set
much.
everything up in their houses as if they've always had a dog...
Oh, wow, that'd be really intense. Now we're getting to the real psychological... Jim, did you get a dog? You didn't even tell me what you do. What'd you do?
How is there a half-empty dog food bag in the drawer?
That is so funny.
Also,
That's a great quiet question, dude.
Thank you.
So
I
good.
have one more idea.
Oh, okay, sure.
I don't know if this is wholesome or not, but I would go...
Don't know. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
I'm a perfectly sane human. I would go on, like, those haunted walks or those, like, ooh, we're in a haunted prison, ghosty tours, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And especially school trips. And I would, like, do little things and then get the kids to freak out because they actually saw the ghost and there was an actual haunting. And it would, like, literally make so many kids' childhoods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be great.
You know, you could do that now. You could go work at one of those haunted houses, scare children.
No, I don't want... I want to do it as an actual ghost.
You love the idea of scaring children as a ghost,
like,
but not actually scaring children.
The thing is, I feel like if I was to do something like a little bit spooky, like what they insinuate to on those tours, the kids actually wouldn't get scared. They would just get, like, so excited, like their entire year was made. You know what I mean? So, like, it wouldn't be scaring them. It would just be spooking them and making them excited at the same time. So it's very different.
I love you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for that. That was a great quick question.
Ooh, Halloween. And now it's time for the cheerful earful. Do you remember where that's from?
Whoa. That rang a really big bell. Where's that from?
Old Spice.
Old Spice. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. Okay. Ready for this one?
I'm ready.
I'm going to read you the headline.
Okay.
Herd of bulls headed to the highlands to recreate effect of ancient auroch oxen on Scottish soil.
Wow.
Yeah, that is a mouthful. That is a jumbo mouthful of words that seem kind of random. So, let me break it down for you, y'all.
Break it down now, y'all.
Doing the disc scratching thing that we discussed that we never looked up.
Yeah.
Okay. So, there was a rewilding charity in the UK, and they're aiming to bring the first herd of toros to the British Isles in order to replace a lost giant. Lost as in it no longer exists.
Oh.
The aurochs or aurochs, I would say that's pronounced aurochs. AUROCH at the bottom.
Aura?
Bottom right. Very bottom right.
Auroch.
Auroch?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to say auroch. Okay. The aurochs is the ancestor of basically all domesticated cattle in the world.
Whoa.
Yeah, from the Hindu cow to the Black Angus to Scotland's Highland bull, the aurochs is like the common ancestor.
Huh.
And they're extinct now. They no longer exist.
That's sad.
Yeah, but since 2008, there's been this thing called the Toros, whatever, program, which started in the Netherlands, and it collected some of the greatest cattle breeding minds in the world to work on.
Cattle breeding expert.
Yeah, literally cattle breeding experts. Got all the best cattle breeding experts in the world to work on a back breeding project.
Oh.
They want to back breed an auroch.
That's
essentially.
interesting.
So take them and breed them back in time almost.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
That's cool.
So more specifically, not an actual auroch, but an animal that is as genetically close as possible to an auroch.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So they took modern domesticated cattle with DNA that most closely resembles that of the auroch, and then they interbred them in very specific ways. And, might I add, a little side note here, they did it based on the environments they were going to reintroduce them to. So in Spain, they did it slightly different than in the Netherlands, than in Germany, than in wherever, because different predators, different wildlife, different...
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So you're saying that they did this all over
Europe, yeah.
Europe. Are they all going to be sent to the same place in the end?
No, this is what I'm saying. They're doing it everywhere in Europe.
Okay, so they're in every country, they're going to have their own version of backbred
Aurochs, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and they were doing this all while they were interbreeding them and all that. They were introducing them to the wild. So they were introducing them and their offspring to wild living sort of thing in a controlled sort of way. So since the start of the program, the breeding of toros has been going on in Spain, Portugal, Croatia, Czechia, Romania, and the Netherlands.
Wow. Sorry, when did this program start?
2008.
2008. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was a while ago, eh?
So for each breeding area, different breeds are selected that best represent and combine auroch traits with a good adaptation to local habitats, such as food, local climate, and dealing with predators. So basically what I just said, I had in my notes, and then I repeated it now. But I said it much more clear now. So there you go. This has been a huge success. They have actually been able to do it. We now have toros, whatever. I don't know if the S is a plural or not. We have this animal. It exists.
That's cool. What do they look like?
It's 2 meters tall to the shoulder.
That's really
tall. It has 80 centimeter horns, powerful muscles, slender legs, and it's basically an auroch in every way except by name.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So they're now set. This article in specific is about them being introduced into Scotland. So they're now set to be introduced to the Dundragon estate in Scotland to be the first herd of large wild bovine roaming the countryside since the early 17th century.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, that's like 400 years ago.
Sitting on almost 10,000 acres of highland country near Loch Ness, the hope is that they will improve biodiversity and ecotourism.
Dude.
So they're grazing. So this is how they help biodiversity. Their grazing creates a mixed ecosystem rich in forest verges where birds thrive, and trails through the understory which other animals use.
Yeah, they're huge. They would make giant trails.
Yeah, their dung, placenta, hair, and dead bodies contribute to the landscape in many ways through enhancing soil biodiversity, feeding a variety of scavengers, and providing materials for birds' nests.
Wow, yeah, they are huge. Like, if one of those dies, so many different things would be able to eat that. Bears, wolves.
Mm-hmm. It's like a bison moose thing. Like, wow. Yeah.
Do they have a picture on the article?
Yeah, I'll show you in a sec.
Oh, good.
So 2027, you said it's 400 years ago. 2027 will be the 400th year since Europe last had a massive wild bovine trampling, rooting, and stamping around through its grasslands and forests.
Wow.
Yeah. But thanks to this dedicated effort of hundreds of ecologists and cattle breeding experts, etc.
Yeah.
And like just dedicated people, 400 is likely to be the last such milestone, because they're just going to reintroduce them and then that's it.
That's really cool.
400-year period of shame. Yeah. That's cool, right? That's really cool. That's really good news.
I would definitely... Crazy. I've already wanted to go up to Loch Ness and like do a little road trip in the Scottish Highlands, but like knowing that there'd be these giant herds of toro, whatever. Those would be extra incentive. I definitely think that ecotourism would increase because of that.
When I look up toros, I get Pokemon.
Really? Yeah. Oh, I thought you would have got like matadors with the red.
No. So it's Toro spelt with
an AU.
An
somewhere?
AU. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I guess it looks like that kind of.
Wow, that is imposing. They're really big.
I'm showing Martine pictures. So there's them next to a human for scale, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. So they're big. They're big things. Wow. Very cool, though, right?
That's really interesting. It's nice hearing of a successful project.
It's a successful rewilding of your from back. I think that's super cool.
Yeah, dude,
that
the
is
concept
really
of
cool.
backbreeding, I feel like
I've
can be totally utilized with other things.
Utilized.
Used, whatever. Could totally be used in other
domains.
aspects.
Yeah. Because the article, I left out a bunch of what the article said because it's very, like, read the article, it's good, but it's very long. But one of the things they mentioned was actually that scientists tried to make a woolly mammoth come back by actually modifying genes directly from an elephant or something like that.
Interesting.
And that didn't work very well at all. So this backbreeding thing is much more successful and much more tangible and actually tractable than gene mutation directly sort of thing.
I feel like there's a lot that we don't fully understand of gene mutation.
How each gene affects others and stuff is kind of mental. But so that whole crossbreeding thing works a lot better than backbreeding.
That's cool.
Do you feel cheered?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
I think my job is done here.
Mission accomplished.
Goodbye, farewell, we'll see you next week again. No, we won't, because we'll talk to you next week instead.
He's like bobbing up and down when he's singing that, and it looks really funny. You look like you're a puppet yourself, just being like puppeted
Hello,
about.
kids. My name is Cameron the Puppet, and I'm here to teach you about the end of episode 35. 35 prime factorization is 5 times 7.
Definitions with Cameron and prime factorization.
Yes, that is it. That is all. Episode 35 is done. Do you have anything else to add before I do the official outro?
That was a good one. I like that one.
It was a good one. I liked it a lot too. Lots of cool facts. Lots of cool Ig Nobels. Lots of cool. The question was awesome, honestly.
Thank you.
Lots of good discussion. Yeah.
That's good. That's what you want in a podcast, isn't it?
And to you, the listeners, if you'd like to send us your own cheerful earfuls, quack questions, or you don't says, feel free to reach out to us, or any stories or anything else. Feel free to reach out to us at
thosecrazyweirdospodcast@gmail.com.
Or check out our website.
thosecrazyweirdos.ca.
Bada bing, bada boom.
And thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you so much for listening.
We don't usually say that enough, but yes.
We should.
We genuinely appreciate you being here.
We really do. If you're still listening at this point. Everyone else who quit before this, no, I'm joking. We, of course, appreciate them too.
Yes. Oh, there's our dishwasher.
And yes, there it is. And we will talk to you next week.
Bye.